This video will provide you with an overview of the inventory section of CIRIS for industrial processes and product use, otherwise referred to as IPPU. It builds on the previous videos on the stationary energy, transportation and waste sectors, so for further information on sheet functions, please refer to these or to the CIRIS user guide. For more information on the IPPU sector, see Chapter 9 of the GPC. We can navigate between inventory sectors using the Inventory tab, and where we have simple instructions on using the sheets for each sector. At the base of the sheet, we can navigate to the next sector, IPPU. All GHG emissions occurring from industrial processes, product use, and non-energy uses of fossil fuel shall be assessed and reported under IPPU. This sector is used to record activity and emissions data from non-energy related industrial activities that occur within the city boundary and products used within the city boundary. Scope 3 emissions of IPPU are not yet covered in GPC's assessment boundary, so this sheet only includes Scope 1 emissions. IPPU is a basic plus sector, so emissions are not required for a basic inventory. If your city has significant IPPU activities, however, it is good practice to report them. This sheet is divided into two tables, one to capture emissions from industrial processes, Table 4.1, and the other for product use, Table 4.2. In this example, we are going to estimate emissions from product use. Firstly, we need to remove the pre-populated notation keys for sources which we are including in our Basic Plus inventory. We then need to add a row in the product use table, which we will do by selecting Add and 1. Under the Industry column, we will select Other Product Manufacture and Use, and then N2O from Product Uses, 2.G.3 from the Product Use column. In the description column, we will write N2O for anesthesia to provide some more information about what this product use relates to. From our data sources supplier, we know the amount used, which we add as our activity data and unit under Activity Data. We must then select the gases being reported. This time, the data is only for N2O, so we just select N2O from the list. We have preloaded an emission factor into our F-gases emissions factor sheet. Note that the IPPU sector has a separate sheet for emissions factors. So we can now select EF_N2O_anesthesia from the drop-down list under emissions factor. As in previous sectors, we can see there is the option to manually override the calculation or to report data directly using the emission data columns in pink. But you must remember to select the tick if deciding to report in this way. We lastly add data quality, a description of the methods, and we can add the data source, which we have preloaded, so we can select Waste Management Annual Report of Buenos Aires Hospital Trust. We can then add a comment on data quality if we wish. As in the previous videos, where emissions are not able to be reported, either because they are not occurring or not possible to report, we must use a notation key. The IPPU tables are pre-populated with the notation key NE, as this sector is not required for basic